sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Longhorns' return team didn't help matters out much there. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best two conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David. You're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Longhorns with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. He'll just keep slinging it. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field. So Illinois' offense will take the field for the first time. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties had it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll go right back to the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. On the return, it's Stoneburner. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really...
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Listen, you can't make every play, you can't cover everybody, but it's really nice when you get the bonus of swatting the ball down and making sure that quarterback doesn't get a completion and doesn't get a big play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He wants to throw. Using the quick game. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorn! Smokey the Cannon, not the only one using explosives around here, and it has electrified this Longhorn crowd.
I mean, coming out on point, coming out dissecting the defense, scoring early in front of this crowd. You know good and well, all these fans love their school. Texas has got so much pride. This gets them going early.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Louisiana Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Bulldogs. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Got his man in the middle. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They think they can create space here with a run to the right.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here comes the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They're trying to get to it, and they can't make the connection on 3rd down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Stoneburner. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Going up top on first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On the option, he'll toss it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
7, Illinois, 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. And the Longhorns get the 1st down. No problems with the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays. You know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the 1st down.
Zings it complete to the right.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He wants to throw it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their 1st game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the 1st down. Offense in the hurry-up.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the 1st down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Illinois lining up quickly.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Finds his tight end. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but Got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
He'll do it himself. And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Illinois looking to pay things off on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Illini.
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 14 to Arizona. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On the option. Bulldozes him. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
You just hold your breath every time this QB keeps the football in the running game, man. With his speed, he's a threat to hit the home run every time he totes the rock.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to get to him. Can't get him to the ground. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the big fella.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Looking for a block. It's Stoneburner. Slips through the line. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks. Made a couple of moves and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception in the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get him a screen. Something easy maybe to get him a little bit back in a rhythm.
Complete downfield. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Special teams coming through as they pin them back. They'll mark it dead at the 10. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Grab behind the line. It's Chambers. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Pocket starts to collapse. The sure hands, it's Chambers. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
And sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And you could tell the offense was trying to take a shot and really stress that safety. Sending one guy long, you better cover the deep ball, and then try to slip a guy right underneath it. Unsuccessfully, the quarterback's got to be a little bit better with that time.
And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, you see those tight ends catch the football. You're coming up and try to get them on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poison. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurdle you and put that hand down. Nice job by the tight end breaking a tackle and getting some extra yards.
Looking to go up top on first down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. It is good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those two stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Leaves it with the running back. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Now on the option. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. And the returner goes down. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
And the pass is intercepted. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Illinois. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, return to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you.
Nothing but green ahead. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Longhorns! And that one will give them the lead.
This quarterback is so unique and he's so special because of his running ability, his wiggle, his speed, and his burst in the open field. He's like a running back playing the quarterback position, and he shows you that on that play.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Moving out of the pocket, trying to make magic with his feet. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Texas offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
He wants to throw here on second down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got it inside the 15. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Longhorns are flying down the field. They'll try the right side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And they're going to try to convert on 4th down. 1 for 2 so far today. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got the quick pass. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
It's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. First down here for the offense. They go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. From the gun, running back on the move. Shakes off the tackler. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Off the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Makes a move. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He looks that one in nicely. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. First down to start the drive after the break. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
That is just what the doctor ordered for any offense to start a drive. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Illinois right back to the line. The give from the gun. And it's sucked out. Oh, and he gets it back. A fortunate turn of events.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Gain of 11. And that's good enough.
Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Chambers. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. The completion well past the sticks. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get it?
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
Fires into traffic. Picked off. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. This time it's complete. Touchdown, Texas! And the route is on.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. Talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scary.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
To kick off. Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down.
Number 15, and the Illinois offense will take over
The Illinois offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
And you got man-to-man coverage. You're running that curl route. That ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route. He's going to be right there. He does a great job securing the catch, getting the first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Back behind the chains, 1st and 15. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. The 40. The 20. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a...
And that's a live ball. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner is stopped. The Illinois offense returns to the field. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts you behind the 8 ball. I mean, this offense has to do something, put it together. You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. On second down, he'll fire. Looking to the big tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't